And good afternoon. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Polly Heil-Mealey at Abundant Health and Wellness, and we were talking about viruses and the different nutrients that can stop viruses. And we were talking about viruses in general, but today we're going to be talking about the coronavirus specifically, okay? So we refer back to that first video because we talked a lot about different things and how viruses replicate in that. So with the coronavirus, this article says that the article is called Coronavirus Exploring Effective Nutritional Treatments. Okay, this was in the Orthomolecular News Service, January the 30th, 2020. This article is based on more than 30 clinical trials confirming the antiviral pattern of vitamin C against the wide range of flu viruses over several decades. Okay, vitamin C inactivates the virus and strengthens the immune system to continue to suppress the virus. In many cases, oral supplementation of up to 10,000 milligrams daily can create protection. However, some viruses are stronger and may require larger doses given intravenously at 100,000 to 150,000 milligrams a day. Now, I will just tell you, it is very difficult to find somebody that will give you IV vitamin C. In fact, nobody will advertise it, and we have called different medical doctors around here that used to do it, and they tell us that they no longer do it. So, just going to say that. Vitamin C helps the body make its own antioxidant, glutathione, as well as assist the body in the production of its own antiviral called interferon. Now, we talked about this on the last video here. If IV vitamin C is not available, there have been some cases where some people have gradually increased their oral dose up to 50,000 milligrams a day before reaching bowel tolerance. Now, bowel tolerance means if you take enough of the vitamin C, you're going to have diarrhea. So this is a really good remedy if you are constipated, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this viral load. So I don't know of very many people that can tolerate 50,000 milligrams of vitamin C, but you know, maybe you can. It says the powdered or crystal forms of high quality ascorbic acid can be taken in 5 grams at a time every 4 hours. Now again, we've got the Alkali C, and this is it's made in Canada. We got a little Canadian flag there, and this is Camu Camu vitamin C made from a different berry, and it has a little Canadian flag there. So the reason that we source our vitamin C from Canada is because it's about 95% of the vitamin C here in the United States is genetically modified. So what does that mean? That means your vitamin C has heavy metal in it. It's got glyphosate in it, and we do not want that. That's not good for our immune system. If you will remember, they've just come out with, in the past couple of years, they have awarded people damages based on the fact that they have cancer, and it was due to the fact that they used products that had glyphosate in it. So that's really, really important, okay? So it says 5 grams every 4 hours. Every virus, this includes the coronavirus, every virus seems to respond to this type of treatment regardless of whether it is the SARS, the bird flu, the swine flu, or the new coronavirus. Okay, so we talked about that. Vitamin D3 helps fend off the flu, asthma attacks, and that is written by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in March the 10th, 2010. In a double-blind placebo-controlled study where the treatment group consumed 12,000 IUs, no, 1,200 IUs of vitamin D3 during the cold and flu season, the control group took a placebo. The vitamin D group had 38% reduced risk of flu. Vitamin D is also very effective in the treatment of the flu and virus infections. Now, how does that work? And we talked about vitamin D. We have a liquid one, and it also is from Canada. And the reason we do a liquid one is because the tablet or the capsule is going to be digested. You're going to lose a lot of your nutrients in the digestion, and then it goes through the liver, and you're going to lose a lot of it there. The vitamin D3 eventually will get to the kidneys where it goes into the bloodstream there. Now what we have is this liposomic spray. It goes right into the cheek. You can do it under your tongue or in your cheek, and you will get 1,000 IUs per spray. So it's a really easy way for you to get your levels up, and it's going to go right into the bloodstream. Now, how does this work? Well, vitamin D helps our body make an antibiotic protein called cathelicidin, which is known to kill viruses. Now, I know that kind of sounded funny. It's an antibiotic protein that kills viruses. Yes, I read that correctly, because when I read it twice. It is known to kill the viruses, the bacteria, fungus, and parasites, okay? So we talked about vitamin D deficiency before. We want your levels to be at 60 to 100 nanograms per deciliter, okay? Most people are low. Most people are very low, okay? Diet and sunshine are good sources of vitamin D, but most people need supplementation, especially during the flu season. Between 5,000 and 10,000 IUs daily is often recommended in the form of a quality liquid supplement, and we agree with that. Now, it has been told to me, and I learn in my classes, that if your vitamin D levels are adequate, and that means over 60 nanograms per deciliter, mine is actually 80, so I'm really happy about that. If your levels are that high, you need 9,000 IUs a day in order to maintain that level. So if your levels are low, and we had a lady come in yesterday and her vitamin D level was a 12. So very, very deficient. And so we are having her do upwards to 20 sprays a day throughout the day, and that's going to raise her levels quite rapidly. And so we're excited about that. It says when you get the flu, Dr. John Cannell recommends taking 50,000 IUs of vitamin D for the first 5 days, and then 5,000 to 10,000 IUs as a maintenance dose. So if you find yourself, if you're watching this at home and you find yourself like feeling flu-y or what kind of thing, then you're going to want to come and see us. We'll run it out to the car for you. You don't even have to come in the clinic, but you need to get this vitamin D and start getting your levels up. Okay, silver. Now, silver is very good about viruses. It kills all viruses. So this was in the Journal of Nanotechnology in October the 18th, 2005. And the study found that silver nanoparticles kill HIV-1, okay, and virtually any other virus. The study was jointly conducted by the University of Texas and Mexico University. After incubating the HIV-1 virus at 37 degrees Celsius, the silver particles killed 100% of the virus within 3 hours. Silver employs a unique mechanism of action to kill the viruses, and so I'm going to tell you how that happens. Silver binds, sorry about my paper, silver binds to the membrane of the virus, limiting its oxygen supply and suffocating it. And it will do this to every virus. Now, we have here in the clinic, we've got a liquid silver, and we've got it also as a gel. It is 20 parts per million, which is a quite high dose. I don't really know that you can get a much higher dose than that. And it will absolutely suffocate these viruses. So this is one of the things that I do when I travel. I take silver, the liquid silver with me. I'll take a tablespoon before I get on the aircraft. I'll take a tablespoon when I get off the aircraft, when I get to the hotel. Anytime I'm going to be in a crowd of people that I do not know, and anytime I'm going to be where there is recycled air, I will do that with the silver, because I know that with the silver, viruses do not have a chance to replicate, okay? Silver also prevents the transfer of the virus from one person to another by blocking the ability of the virus to find a host cell to feed on. all viruses need host cells. I'm going to tell you, if you have little ones, okay, this is really important. We tell our young moms to put the liquid silver in an atomizer where they can spray it up the nose, and we want to do that because as the children are going into nursery, going into daycare or whatever, if they have that silver particle in their nasal passages, then any kind of virus particle is not going to be able to find a host. Now, we did it wasn't a clinical study because we don't have that kind of money to do that, but we have talked to multiple parents whose child was just fine until they started going to church nursery or to daycare. We talked to them about the silver protocol, and they started doing that with the children, and the sickness and disease rates of the children dropped dramatically. So we know that this works. We have family members that have done that. So if this is something that pertains to you, and it should pertain to all of us because there's this big nasty coronavirus out there, then you want to be doing that. It says colloidal silver can be used at doses of 10 to 20 parts per million, but nanoparticle silver is preferred. And this is what we have. We have nanoparticle silver here. It says bacteria and viruses cannot develop resistance to silver as they can with many other treatments. Silver disables the vital enzyme and mechanism in pathogens so that they cannot survive. So this is really, really good information. We also have some herbs that will help combat virus. We've got lapacho, which is great. I know that in the recent days they've been talking about this prescription. Can't remember the name of it, but I think it starts with a C. That is a malaria drug. Well, lapacho is an herbal equivalent to that prescription. It also will attack malaria and diseases that come from that virus. Olive leaf as well. Olive leaf is very, very effective for viral loads. Let me see. I think I have something here on olive leaf. Olive leaf, yes. Olive leaf has been proven effective in the treatment of cold and flu viruses, meningitis, pneumonia, hepatitis B, malaria, gonorrhea, hopefully we don't have that, and tuberculosis. One study in New York University School of Medicine found that olive leaf extracts reversed many HIV infections. So we've got all this in the clinic. So if you're local and you need a source for antivirals, and we all do, then we hope that you'll call us. We also will ship it to you if you're not local, or if you just don't want to get out, we'll take care of that as well. So hopefully this gives you some peace of mind. Hopefully you're not over panicked. We don't want anybody to be panicked, but we do want you to be vigilant. We do want you to be prepared. We do want you to have these things on hand, because if you wake up in the morning and you're feeling not well, if you start doing mega doses, and I always say we hit it hard, we hit it fast. That's what I do in my own life. When I wake up and I don't feel like everything is going in the right direction, I'll set my cell phone for every 2 hours, and I will do liquid herbs and antivirals every 2 hours. By the end of the workday, which could be 8 to 10 hours, depending on what day it is, I'm feeling at my best, and I would never have known that I was unwell. And this is how you stay healthy. So we don't want you to be panicked. We don't want you to be stressed. We want you to be prepared, and we want you to get good quality supplements. The supplements that we have are absolutely pure. They're 100% plant-based, and so you can trust them, and they're not sourced where there are genetically modified ingredients. So I hope this has helped you. Give me a comment if you need more information. If you want to order any of this, you can call the clinic, and the number is 281-312-2860. Again, that's 281-312-2860. I hope you found this helpful.